Sige
Too
na
much.
mo.
Too much.
Bright.
Okay, I want to look. We're live.
See your color?
Yeah, I see my colors.
Close.
Does anybody else see my colors? Oh, Rushberry, hi. I guess we're as live as it says we are. Matt and May, hello. Let me try to
Jolo.
pop out. I'm still trying to work with this, everybody. We appreciate you guys coming in to chat with us. I want to try to look up here at our camera when I'm answering everybody. Hi, Kevin, Gemma, everybody. Everybody's coming in so fast. Pardon me if I missed a couple of your names, but we appreciate everybody checking in for the chat. Uh, well, we're doing fine. We've had some pretty rough rains here lately, which is good, but we're doing good, everybody. Um, Joe Blow, I'm in. Okay,
Jolo. 8 watching.
yeah. Rooseberry, Joe Blow, 8 watching. Yeah, wow. I don't know where the numbers are, but that's great. Hello from Australia, Gary Lawless. Well, I was lawless back when maybe I was about 18 or 17. I sped a little bit too much, but not too bad. Yeah, we're doing both fine. Got a little bit of a cold, getting over a flu right now. Uh, and Rosa's always doing good. Man, that girl, she's always doing good. She's taking care of me and both kids and our niece. Uh, and she's also a student, so she does her study at night and she takes care of us um, at the same time. Give me that uh, light up here of yours, please. Where am I now? I'm in I'm in Bacolod City. Hello from Guam. Yeah, I was thinking about going there on a visa run. I'm gonna have to get out of the country here in a while. Hang on, I'm gonna move this camera, try to make it look. I like talking to my friends and my subscribers, not looking up in the sky. Hang on, I'm gonna move the camera around a little bit here. I've got kind of a multi-purpose. Hang on. Yeah, I experimented with this a while back and it worked pretty good. There, I hope that's a little better. It's quite a challenge. We have to keep up with everything that's going on and keep changing the equipment around so we can do something here. Yeah, Iloilo. I'm from. Yeah, I was there for 5 years, 4 years, and not anymore. I'm in Bacolod.
Ryan
Greetings.
Figalan.
Huh?
Ryan Figalan. Hello, guys. I'm also from Bacolod.
Okay.
Mm. It's
Where is
it's bad position in camera.
me in the way for the camera? Well, don't run away. We'll try to solve it. Uh, I'm from Texas, the great country of Texas, located in the heart of America. Okay. Talk to you later, Kevin and Gemma. Oh, okay. You're gonna. Okay. 15 watching. I don't know where it's at here. Oh, be careful. She's just so happy over here. She's stumbling all over herself.
Jesus Christ. You want me to sit over there?
I don't care. You want to get a little stool here? I just don't want you to fall.
Never mind.
Okay, let me kind of go back a little bit here.
Just do it by yourself. Can't do it. Where you see from the camera, you better put the
Did
right.
I say something wrong again?
No, I said before you start,
Okay,
you put camera on the
just
right.
just it's okay. Just work practice. I can move the camera. Well, I think you just did Iloilo, Philippines. Um, no, she hasn't. It's we weren't fully prepared for setting up here. Actually, she doesn't drink a drop. We met in 2016, I think.
No.
No,
17
17. It was
February
February 28th.
28.
Yeah, I saved the day. I knew the date. Yeah, mash the thumb ups button. Yeah. Check out Bohol. Oh yeah, I've been all over Bohol. I've traveled all the way through it up north, Chocolate Mountains, Chocolate Hills, and all the way down Panglao, the island of Panglao, and all the resorts down there. And so I took 3 months and traveled a lot. Took a lot of video. You guys need to do that. Go back to my older videos back in the beginning of my channel. A lot of people only just watch the end. The current stuff that's going on now. But the reason we have hard drives and backups and YouTube has a list of our videos is for everybody to watch those. And that was when I was really doing good and I was on my motorcycle traveling and I was driving with one hand and I had my camera with the other on a motorcycle and I got a lot of great videos and I was just all over the Visayas. I think I've been in 7 or 8 islands here. Well, I'm not. I like using my computer. I don't like using a cell phone, and I haven't really been out on any trips in a couple of years because I've been in the hospital more and more or less for the last couple of years. So it's not easy for me to, you know, just I don't want to just go out and shoot a video on the camera. Now, when I was in the Hong Kong airport, I shot a couple of live from the airport, and that worked through. How's my color? How's this camera? I've got a new camera here. It's a Logitech, uh, and what I'm seeing is there's kind of like a white halo right here, this angelic, halo from up in the clouds. But I'm seeing it, and I don't know if it's. She's got one too, but that's on her head. But do y'all see a little halo or kind of reflection on my shirt? That's what I'm seeing here.
Because you know what, guys? He is an angel. He come from the heaven, and the Lord sending him
To you,
down
to
here
you.
to everybody, not for me.
Okay, looks like if I'm reading this right. Oh, okay. Thank you, Kevin and Gemma. Yeah, we I always try to do video when we're together. I it's there's two of us here. It's her and I. And I guess most of y'all know she's got her own channel, Rose's Real Life. And I'm not getting out. When I'm not getting out and doing the videos like I used to because I had a heart attack and I'm only at 29%. So just going down the stairs, I'm exhausted. I have to stop. So it's hard for me to get out. I haven't been on the bike except maybe a couple times, and that was right here in the neighborhood since I got out of the hospital. But Rose does all the videos around the house with the kids and kind of like what's going on here. And we try to get out. Our last trip was in Dumaguete. I love that trip. We needed to get out because it's been so long since I've been out, and I had a lot of friends down there.
Okay, Juan Avalos. How long you been married? No, we're not married.
We've been married 10 years.
We were together, but we've been married, and I don't want to be married
We're not going to be
again.
married, Juan. It's 2.5 years. There's no point in us getting married. She has no desire to go back to America. If she wanted to, she could because her deceased husband is an American and she has all the rights to go back unquestioned, but she'd have to leave her children. Oh, you're the guy with the heart. Okay, you and Gemma. Okay, now I know. That was a bad operation, wasn't it? Yeah, that was real bad.
He is the one that you have interview.
Hmm?
He is the one that you were have interview
No.
in Facebook. Kevin and Jimmy.
Oh, I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't remember. Interview? No, we just talked, I think.
Interview here in Facebook, online,
Oh,
live.
I don't remember. I don't. there- There's so many things to do here. Uh, Communications. You got Facebook. You got Messenger. You got all this stuff here and emails. And I don't know how I can keep up with this. It's getting more difficult for me. Uh, Sometimes no. That's probably Rushberry. That's probably hello, Tom and Ruth. Wow, hello. Yeah, we'll try to get down there sometime when we can. But you're in Mindanao, so that would be quite a trip. I'll have to get my Kiorsky 750 helicopter to get down there. Uh, Rushberry, yes, I still understand it. No, actually, maybe about 80% of the time I don't understand her, and it really is a big problem between us. And she gets mad at me because I have to ask her to. Yes, you do.
Because I have 5 times repeat and you still not understand.
And I told her the other day, I said, if you'll speak English, then I can understand you. And oh boy, that didn't work at all. I didn't see her for 2 hours.
Well, stay away from any conflict later.
Yeah, thank you so much, Tom and Ruth. We appreciate it. Uh, yeah, we really appreciate it. Hey, what do you think, Tom? What do you think of that list of uh, block subscribers or block people? It was quite a list, and I still haven't had the time to count them. What you guys don't know in the background, they're still watching. Uh, Tom had a video about YouTube and some of the people, and I said just delete them, block them, and I sent him a long list. I don't know why it took forever for Word to print out the list, but it was a lot. Yeah, I know. So I just sent him a list. I says, don't be afraid about deleting and blocking these guys because they're nothing but trouble. If they don't like you, you're going to put hate on your channel. Get rid of them. You don't need it. You don't need the aggravation. So I went to my channel and I copied and put them in a Word document and I sent them to him. And it was a long list. It took a long time to process. So you've got half of that on block already. Well, that's quite a bit. You're going to get up ahead of me soon. Gary Lawless, no, I have no insurance. I couldn't afford insurance in America. My family didn't have insurance. I couldn't afford insurance. It just wasn't available to me. And while I was found out with high blood pressure, and I tried to get insurance, I was denied. Nope, pre-existing condition. Yeah, Tom. I watched a couple of your videos this morning. I think yeah, earlier this morning I watched a couple of them. Saturday at 5:15 a.m. in Delaware on the East Coast. Okay, so it was a little early. The last time I did one, live video like this, I did it at 10 o'clock on a Saturday or Sunday night, and it we had like 66 to 70. Pardon my coughing, guys. That's part of this congestive heart failure, and I have to live with that. I'm sorry, I have to do that on here. Okay, Tom and Ruth, thank you very much for your super chat. We do appreciate it. Enjoy your dinner out. We appreciate it a lot. And stay cool in that cool house you've got. It's great. Now it's got a little quiet here. So I'm gonna go back and look at some other uh, comments here and see. If there's any comments. Oh, Roseberry, thank you so much. Yes, she is cute. And I'm so happy to have her.
I heard that words many times in anyone, but 1% just I believe for him.
Okay, Roseberry, maybe I should come here with a topic to talk about. I just don't. I just we haven't done a live video in 5 or 6 weeks, and we've only done a couple of them
Okay, Charles Griffin. Shout out from London, UK.
from London.
Yeah,
Okay, and what time is it there in London? Just out of curiosity. Raspberry, could I maybe do a question and answer when you hit 30,000 subscribers, or maybe now? Now is just as good a time because there's nothing special about 30,000 versus 28.5. But I'm always open to questions and answers. That's what the live chat's about. Well, we've got 22 up there now. Some new ones that I haven't seen. Barry, Tom and Ruth, Charles Griffith. Lots of Filipinos on Tinder in New Zealand. I guess Tinder is a dating website. I'm not sure.
so
Okay, it's 10:14 a.m. Okay, well that's a good time for you Brits. That's great. Raspberry, you should probably post on your community tab asking for questions to answer, and then you'll film and edit. I've never thought about that. That community tab is new, I think. Actually, I discovered it a while back, but uh, I haven't participated in it because for me it was just something else to get into. We've got so much stuff to absorb, to take care of. Plus, I've got all three. We got three in school. Her being one of them, and our two kids, and uh, we've got our helper here, her niece. So it's just hard to keep spreading out and doing all these things. So I'll try to look into that. But I've got a couple of, I think early last year, YouTube tried to promote that cute community tab. So I'll check it out.
Bill's basket case. I knock up a Filipina, but she's married.
You know what caused that, didn't you? Knocked up a Filipina, but she's married. Bad water. Too much bad water around here, right? Well, you better be careful. She's married. Be careful coming back in if you're unless you're still here.
Yeah, no divorce here.
DNA speaks a lot, and let her husband put everything together, and you could be in trouble.
Scott Burris. Hey Mike, how are you?
Let me go back up here.
We're all done to ready.
Yeah, we had a. Let me just back up to the original comment there. The guy that you talking about getting your Filipina pregnant, and she was still married. There was an English guy here that made all the newspapers and all the other stuff, and he got a girl pregnant, and she was still married. They had a baby, and he was arrested. They were both arrested. It was a pretty serious case. It was a pretty serious big deal, and they ended up getting released temporarily for something, and they ran, and it was a bad thing. And between that and being arrested and locked up for 8 to 12 years, 7 to 12 years, you can also end up with a bolo in your back. And that's not a bolo tie, it's a bolo knife. And they hurt, I think. So you got to be careful. Scott, we're doing fine. We're doing good. Just getting over this little kind of flu thing we've got. But we're doing okay. I'm not digressing. I'm about stable. No divorce in the Philippines. You're right, unless you're Muslim, and but you have to be Muslim before you got married or when you were married, and then you can get a divorce.
John Gorman. How did you convince your wife to be a part of the YouTube
Oh, that's easy,
channel? My wife is a bit hesitant.
John. That was easy. I told her I was quitting YouTube. I was going to leave, and I was going to leave her and the kids.
I know.
And I told, yeah, I did.
No,
Remember?
I did not.
And I says,
You
you better
did.
start a YouTube channel, start making all these millions of dollars so
No.
you can support yourself. Because
No.
I'm out of here. No,
No.
maybe that was a bad dream. I
No.
don't remember. She was camera shy at first, but then she got better, and then she got excited about it. Then she wanted her own camera. Then and I gave her one of my old good ones. And then she wanted her own channel. But it worked out okay for her. Now, Scott, you cannot get a divorce yet, but it is long, and it's a long process, and it's expensive. About 200, 300,000 pesos. It takes between 2 and 5 years.
Annulment. It's
It's
called.
called an annulment, and you have to based on the right criteria. And I've been through that, not really personally, but my first girl I moved here went through that, and I was in touch with her. I mean, we just went through the whole thing with her. I was at the attorney's office, and it's all it's all paying the judges and paying everybody under the table, paying the lawyers, and it just takes forever. Paying the psychologist, It's just a tough deal. So if you're new to coming over here and you don't have a Filipina and you just met one that's married, you might want to just look over for the next one that's not married, and then get a CENOMAR, CENOMAR, which is a certificate of no marriage. So, and run that through vital statistics so you can prove that she either is or is not married.
Henry's Harris. Good morning, my friend. Well, good morning to you. Good morning.
Oh, Frank Tremor, you're in the middle of the annulment here, and it's not fun. No, it's never fun for that because you can wait. You can spend 200, 300,000 pesos, and we're talking about a clean marriage, a clean annulment where there are no children involved with child support and all of that, and it could cost you 300,000 just for that, and take you years. And then what's the big problem is when you go to the court and she's there and she's got her kids there or doesn't have her kids there, and the judge says, takes a look at her, decides, nah, I don't want it. I'm not going to prove it. Well, then you have to start all over again. You have to pick another court in another district and start the whole thing over. It's going to cost you another 200,000 to 400,000. It's not fair. It's not right, but that's just the way it is.
Okay, Bell's basket case. I don't care if she's married. I don't want to live in PH. Well, even if she lives there in US or wherever the country that you stay together, if the husband file a case and then she will deport and then go to jail immediately.
Yeah. And if she's married and you want to be with her and you want to take her to another country, you're opening up a big can of worms because all of those documents have to be presented to her. Uh, unless, I mean, there's an outside chance that if, I'm sorry, I'm getting coughing so bad. I'm not used to talking this much. If there's the lady, the wife can get somebody in America, like her cousin or her mother, or somebody that's strong in America, and she's got strong reasons to stay here, and you're not even mentioned. You're just way off on the other side of the marina, and she's applying for visitors uh, visit to America with her family, and you can actually be with her there. But then the big problem is she's going to be in overstay, and then it's going to be tough for you to get everything just gets dirty because you're trying to do something that you're not supposed to do. Sometimes it can work, sometimes it can't. Uh, yeah, Raspberry. Yeah, poverty is very common everywhere. Even here, I've got the guy that broke into my house uh, when I just before I went in the hospital. He sits out in the streets and he cases the houses out. He's from the squatters village right behind here, and he robbed us right after he begged for money. We tried to give him money for medicines, and he refused the medicines. He wanted the money, so we said no, sorry. But yeah, there's poverty everywhere. But most of the people here, they're happy and friendly and great. Love to be around them. Love to. I'm glad I'm here in this country. Well, Rushberry, you are being a little private, but I don't know. I had only three real girlfriends that I tried to be girlfriends before.
I thought,
Uh,
wait a minute. I thought you told me a dozens.
well, there was like 20, 25.
So
No, no,
that's all I believe.
no, liar, liar, pants on fire.
Well, you did.
Three. But, I've been here 6 years and it's not easy. There's so many differences. I went into each relationship hoping it would be the last, but it wasn't. A lot of people come here just to abuse the girls, and that's not who I was. I came in here hoping that each one would work out, and for one reason or another, they didn't. And I never made a video bad mouthing or bashing anybody because it's not necessary. Now I'm gonna bash mouth this one.
Oh yeah,
Oh
sure.
yeah, I'm ready to. Are you ready?
And we're doing the same thing.
Yeah, I've got a cough, Slim Jim. I can't help it. It's called what, congestive heart failure. The college tuition? No, I think I'm gonna just delete that one. You're sick, man.
What was it?
The college tuition girl.
Well, I think he means about
No,
Lindley. That
Lindley.
you were,
Yeah, Lindley was a girl I was trying to help through
because
college.
you Paul is your girl.
No, I did not.
Just calm down.
Okay, be careful what you say.
Don't be offended by their words. Just asking you.
You like abusing them girls? That's not cool. I don't know why you guys come up here and say that kind of garbage. Well, we've got an allergy going around right now. It's in our, it's several people that we associate with. They've got it. They've got it, and I had it. Rose had it. She got over it pretty quick. I got over part of it, but now I've got it in my lungs, and it's getting better. But I'm not used to talking, so when I'm talking, it just kind of tickles something here, and I feel like I have to cough. Slim Jim block him? Yes, I did. I don't need that kind of garbage on my channel. I block everybody that comes in here with the nasty stuff. I sent Tom and Ruth a list that was 2 or 3 pages long of the people like that. And I don't need them. Just don't need them. I don't tolerate it. Doesn't hurt me at all. I've actually closed some channels down and shut some videos down, and just it's not worth it. I don't want it. It's not welcome. This is a family channel. And this is a channel about my life here. And what's interesting about this is my channel from beginning to end, which is not the end. Yeah, Tom and Ruth are great people. I love them dearly. But what's interesting about my channel is I came here. I spent a year online with a lady who was a nurse out of Saudi Arabia, and we got together and it didn't work. And again, no reason why. I'm just not going to say why, but I had really good reasons, and it's just not something. What happened was something I just couldn't live with because of different cultures and different whatever. So we'll leave it there. But here I am. 6 years later, after the second heart attack, and I'm a completely different guy. I mean, I was strong, I was healthy. I bought my motorcycle in 2016. Yeah, in June of 2016. I traveled all over, did lots of videos, had 2 heart attacks. It took 2 years out of my life, and now I'm pretty much an invalid up here in my room. But it gives everybody a chance to see my life here, and it gives me a chance. I can pull out my backup videos and look at my life and enjoy it and enjoy the good times that I've had here, just like photographs. That's what Kodak was for. They brought out the best, and you could always go through your pictures and look at them. Let me go back here now that I'm through yakking. No, I don't want any moderators. I can deal with them myself. I'd rather deal with them myself. I just don't need the crap, and I'll tell them and I'd rather be the one to deal with them, so nothing's misunderstood, and they know why they're gone. Slim Jim, you're really the first vlogger of the Philippines. Well, there were about 4 or 5 that were strong, and I love those days. We didn't have all the trolls. We didn't have all the trashy people. We didn't have. I won't say much more than that. We just didn't have the problems that we've got today in the YouTube vlogging community. There was me, Ned, Henry, um, Bud Brown. Actually, yeah, Bud Brown, uh, Pop Z, and Travis Kraft. And that was about it. That was about it at all. Every day that I go through and I look online and look through some of my information sources, there's tens or 20 more a day that I see, and it's because people in America are and elsewhere they just happen to have a Filipino wife and they want to start a channel. So everything is about all Philippines. That they're in America, they're in another country, and they've been here to meet their Filipina, and then they start a channel, and they don't even live here. So this we are inundated in new people about the Philippines. John O'Gorman, what's your most popular video of all time? Most views, and why do you think that video did so well? I would have to say that was one of those videos I made in
Cebu.
Cebu, and the girls on Mango Avenue, and I got like 1.5 million, maybe 1.25 million, and it. The old saying that I have to say it, girls sell. Uh, they do. That's the whoever puts up a video like that. Although my videos were clean, I was just showing the area, and it just turned out to be a hotspot because people will Google or YouTube check the channel and say, "Okay, I want to check out Mango Avenue." So when they do, there's my video.
Roseberry, who is your fellow blogger, YouTube friends?
I have Henry was one of mine. I mean, we're good friends. I knew Henry well before I moved here, a year or two before I moved here, and I got a lot of my information from him. Hang on.
And Iloilo Philippines from Iloilo Philippines is here. All right. Thank you for being here.
Uh, I don't really have any. I mean, really, as far as I having a fellow vlogger, I don't have any. Uh, I pretty much stay to myself. If you notice, I've made a lot of friends. Made a lot of friends here doing videos, but I don't have one that I'm actually running with, except her, Rose. Rose's real life in the Philippines. Iloilo, Philippines is here. Well, welcome. I'm going to have to be going over there soon because I've got to make a visit to immigrations to get my uh, exit clearance. And I'm not looking forward to that. I mean, the row, driving down there, getting on the car, going through the row, 5 hour ride, getting over to immigrations. I'm going to probably just fork it out and try to figure out get a hotel over there and stay for one night. And then I won't be able to see too much of Iloilo. I would like to go down to. I know y'all don't. Y'all are gonna. Some of the haters will trash me for it, but I haven't had a burger in a year and a half, a decent one. So I'm entitled. My heart cert doctor is not going to know about it either, but I'm entitled to one good burger, and I'm going to get it over there when I go. But I need to do that. There's the count over there in the corner.
Yeah,
23. Okay.
that's true. And a thumbs up.
19,000, I meant. What does that mean? Raspberry? Oh, John Gorman. What's an exit clearance and who needs one? Uh, After you've been here 6 months, uh, then you're required to have an exit clearance uh, certificate. And they run the scans on all the legal stuff and courts. And if you're in litigation for a lawsuit or a case or something with immigrations or from your own parent country, they will or won't issue that letter because they want to make sure that you're free to leave without owing anybody. Um, so that's what it is, and I have to get that 2 weeks within 2 weeks before I leave. So when I go there to get that letter, I've got to present airline tickets that are already paid, along with my throwaway ticket, and that way they know that I'm good to go before they'll issue that certificate. And it's sometimes I think I got mine the same day, but if I have to wait another day and I get a hotel room, then I'm okay. And this time, unfortunately, I mean, I'm going to have to bring Rose. Unfortunately, it's going to be a big expense, and we don't have the money for it. But I need to, I have to do it because I'm not capable of walking the airports now. So, not sure what we're going to do with that. We could end up doing the same thing as before, going to the Hong Kong airport, staying at the Regal Hotel, and then chair me back to the airplane on the way back. I'm not sure. I'd like to do something fun, like go to Vietnam, get out and see a city, stay a couple 3 days, but my health won't allow it.
So I will be your driver in the airport, right?
You'll be my driver, my limo driver,
Two wheels.
2-wheel driver. Uh, okay, thanks, Raspberry. See you later. Uh,
King,
am I? Oh,
King of Calvis. One burger is you are done. Don't do it, mate.
okay. One burger, I'm okay. I'm okay. I don't eat any fats. I don't eat any fried foods here at all. I don't eat. I don't eat hardly nothing. So I'm okay with that. Where I got that burger was
Phil Bistro.
Phil's Bistro. Thank you.
Yes.
My memory's gone too.
Alright.
After the heart attack, it really went in the toilet. Phil's Bistro in that little shopping center, mini mall, just trying to think of the direction. I think it's north of Smallville. So it's right there, and it's good, very good.
Frank Trainor. How many are watching? It's 20.
28 right now, Frank. Oh, am I going back to the States for a visit? No, I have nobody left there. I sold everything I had, and the only thing I have is my post office box and a bank. And I sold my houses. I had some houses, and I sold them all, and I gave away everything I had, shut my business down, and there's nothing there for me to go back to. I have no one to visit.
Roseberry, I'm afraid gotta go. I have fun chatting with you all. Okay, thank you for being here
Okay, where was that?
down under the Iloilo, Philippines.
Okay, okay. Thanks, Raspberry. Uh, yeah, I was in Hong Kong last time. John O'Gorman. I was in Hong Kong last time, uh, but I couldn't get the round trip on BAL. I think it's Philippines Airlines that I was on, or no, Cebu, because I flew out of Iloilo Airport, but I had to fly back into Manila before I flew back here. Uh, but that's trivial. I've just got to figure it out where we're gonna go. This time I went and Rose has got all the legal documents now to take care of literally everything in my life or and death. Uh, we've had all that drawn up, and so she was able to go in and get my visa renewal a couple of weeks ago, and she oh, I'm losing my train of thought. Oh well. So I forgot what I was going to say. But she can handle my legal stuff now, so she can help me with whatever I need.
That was a special power of attorney.
Yeah, yeah, special. It was SBA.
Mm.
Yeah, if any of you guys out there that are watching this now or might look at this video later when it's online, if y'all, someone can give me a suggestion of where to go, the most inexpensive place we can go from the Philippines just for a overnight or maybe 2 day. Overnight would be the best because it's the cheapest. Where we can go and find a place to stay. Uh, the I don't know what the airlines are going to run for to go to Hong Kong, but I could rent a hotel there. Last time it was $200, which is a lot to us. But we can go there. But I'd like to find some place we can go where maybe I can spend about the same amount of money for the airlines and the hotel. If we can find a place to go that has a little bit of fun, that would be cool. Uh, I did look at Taiwan, and Taiwan's very expensive. It's expensive to. Okay, John Gorman, thank you. Um, Taiwan's pretty expensive. Looks like they've got. I've been looking now here recently. I've been looking. What I was going to tell you, Rose went in and to get my 6 month visa extension, which would carry me into the end of the year, November, when I got here. But they said my something was going to expire, and don't just open without knowing. Um, my visa was going to expire. Uh, I don't remember whatever it was. So I could only get a 2 month this time, and so they didn't want to issue an ACR card for a year if it wasn't going to be valid for a year. That's kind of silly. But so now we've got to go in 2 more times before the visa expires again. Uh, but we don't know where we're going to go. I'm definitely going to have to go somewhere. I want to be able to stay in this beautiful country. Yeah, John, sure. Send it to me. Mike at myphilippinejourney.com. Yeah, if you know anything. Your throwaway ticket was $70 Aussie for Malaysia. Oh man, that's way too much. I got mine for $9 American, and I bad memory. I don't remember who they are, but it's rent a ticket or something like that. I've got the record somewhere, but you can rent a ticket and it's legal, and you get a full document you print out and take and hand it, and it's only good for that one day when you hit the airport coming in, but it is a valid ticket and they can run it through the computer at immigrations and you're legal. But it's called a throwaway ticket. I've used them $9 or $10 and it works fine. $70 is God, that's a lot of money, especially to us.
Kuta Kinabalu, I think is in Indonesia or Thailand.
He went to Thailand or in Malaysia.
That is
Yeah, it was for his throwaway ticket.
oh, okay.
Jordan, that's a bad attitude. I'm going to remove you. That's our 13-year-old son downstairs. And he didn't like to be thrown out of the room. He came and opened the door without approval. That's a no no. This is our bedroom and our privacy, and we expect respect.
Block him so he can't go. No.
Rent a ticket's a good one, yeah, probably. Yeah, Hong Kong too, by the way, guys. Hong Kong is in a heck of a turmoil right now. They got riots over there. They got riot gear out there. It's the police are there. Even the rioters are bringing their own tear gas masks. A couple of people, I believe, have been shot, and a lot of people have been shot with bean bags. And it's not probably the best choice of places to go right now. Yeah, it could be king of cows. It could be. You just you don't get involved. Well, it's filled the streets. There's tens of thousands of them there. So uh, by the time we're ready to go, it's probably going to be calmed down. I'm going to be past this second one. We'll be in. Um, we got 2 months. We just renewed for 2 months, and then it'll probably be one more month before we go.
35 watching.
Yeah, 35. Hey, we got 35 people on board. Why don't we need some more questions here? We're all caught up. This was unannounced. We didn't really plan on it, but we knew we needed to get up here and let you guys know that we're still here. Can stay on Nathan Road, Hong Kong, not on the island. It's also cheaper. Yeah, there's one guy here that's John Gorman that said he would look for us. So I'm looking for anything. When I was there at the airport, and I didn't have time to prepare, I just out of the hospital with another my first heart attack, and I shouldn't have gone, but I didn't want to lose my. I had about $200 invested in plane tickets, and I didn't want to lose my plane tickets because of my heart problems. So right after I told the hospital I needed to get out and do my visa run. So it was 3 years ago. So I got out, and I was doing fair, pretty fair. I walked the place for all night, but I didn't know. The buses the trains pulled in, and I've never even seen something like that. I know they have in New York and China and Japan, but this train comes in at 700 miles an hour and comes to a stop, and the doors open up at the right spot. And I just look at it and I say, "Where's it going?" And all this Chinese stuff is written above the door, and I'm saying it just may take me into places I don't want to go. I don't know. I don't know what the stops are, so I wasn't prepared. So I just said bye bye, train, and the doors closed, and they left and left without me. And then I said, well, best thing, because I don't know, is just go on over and go back to the hotel that overcharged me. No, we're not going to get married, Frank. We don't need to. Uh,
I don't need married.
she didn't need marriage, and I don't either. Uh, we're as close as we're going to be with or without the paper. Just not necessary. Gosh, I'm 27 now, and right,
Huh?
I'm 27 now.
Uh,
Uh, well, we'll leave it there. At
ah,
the
okay.
uh, no, just no need for marriage for us. She's not going to go to America. I'm not. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Nobody gains anything.
Yeah, Scoot berries. Actually, getting married here, it's just easy if you had complete papers. The only have you have to get from you is legal capacity from the U.S. consulate.
I have all the paperwork, Scott. We just don't see their need. I got certified copies of everything in America, and it's just not worth it. We don't need it. Uh, okay, Iloilo, Philippines. Thank you. Yeah, they were talking about martial law in Mindanao is now into its second year, and I think it's helped with all the roadblocks and stuff. They were talking about it all over the island of Negros Island where we live, but the problems are in two little towns, Canaan City, and what's the other one? Called
Giholngan,
Gi-
Giholngan,
Gil
Oriental. Yeah,
Giholnan.
yeah, Giholngan and La Libertad, close to La Libertad.
Yeah, La Libertad. So they've got a little area where all the murders have been happening. I think we've had 13 now in the last 10 days. And they're going and killing the mayors and mayors' helpers and lawyers. It's a bad thing. So they're in there doing that, and they're talking about martial law in the whole Negra. It's not necessary. So they're going to go. They're talking about doing that. They've revised it, and that's what it's looking like. Uh, what else do we have here? Well, Slim Jim, oh, you're talking about Scott. Okay. I can't go for a Balikbayan stamp because we're not married. Pretty simple. And we're just not married.
What is that?
Balikbayan stamp.
Ah, okay, for
Marriage.
going back there.
Married couples leaving and entering the country.
Well, if I am interesting, my former husband is American. I go there anytime when I want, but I just don't like. I am okay and certain here in my country. I don't have to travel there for nothing. No.
And so we would have to do it and still be married, so it's not possible.
Scott Burris. Hey, what can I say? I am at work and have nothing better to do. Ha ha ha.
Oh, hello, Glenn Camache. Glenn is a fellow that helped Steve. Glenn met Steve at Bellows at the hospital. He went over to see Steve
Oh, yeah.
Bellows when after he was admitted to the hospital, and I did the video and asking for people to help donate for him. And
Mm.
Glenn went over and met him in person just to give him a little bit of brother support. And they've become best of friends. And Steve Bellows went to America and got treated for his brain surgery. Actually, he was treated here. They did a very fine job, and he went back to America for uh, support and the maintenance and whatever they do there in therapy. And as soon as he was ready, he came right on back, and Glenn helped get him a house. So he's got a house rented for 6,000, 8,000,
I guess 6.
6,000 pesos for a brand new house. And Glenn helped him with furniture, air conditioner, refrigerator, everything. No, I think the aircon was already in. We call air conditioners here aircon.
Carl. Wilkinson, watching from Belgium.
So Glenn is doing a lot for Greg, and I mean for Steve, and I'm really proud of him. Uh, yeah, I saw his comment. I saw his picture of Steve and his girl Peachy on Facebook, and I commented on that. Lovers and love. Yeah, they look like they're doing great, and I'm glad to hear that. She looks like she's an easy girl to please, and that's important. And you know, the one thing that I thought about when you told me that she just was just a friend of y'all's or whatever, that's the best girl to get. Because once you've got these Filipinas in their young 20s, late teens, and they're trying to figure out what they want to do in life, they turn to Facebook, they turn to social media, they turn to the dating websites, and they try to reel in and hook one, two, 10, 20, you know, rich Americans or rich foreigners, get them on the hook. Well, I need Western Union. I need this. My mother's dying. Oh, my motorcycle broke.
But she is his
Irene's
wife.
cousin.
Yeah, his wife's
Yeah.
cousin.
Okay, that was his wife's cousin. That's awesome.
Okay, by the way, sorry for Irene. I cannot see her Facebook because she's asking me to be friend with my Facebook. So, I don't have much time. I am really busy here with my kids and also doing to the house, taking care of all of them. And I wasn't always in my phone. Sometimes I use
Chatting
my
for
phone
chatting
for
foreigners.
checking my YouTube comments because I post the video. So that's all I can do. I don't have much time to entertain people.
Yeah, Glenn. No offense. She just does. She's not a Facebook person. She didn't even have Facebook when we met, and she's just so busy with it. She doesn't. People get on Facebook, and I've had that problem recently because I was totally free of it. Didn't have it until maybe in the last year I started using it, but uh, it it just takes so much time. And then once one person messages you, then you got to message them back and message them back and message them back, and it can just take forever. So I hope you understand that. There's no offense to Irene.
Oh, sorry. Hi from Steve and I. Wow, Steve, I think is watching too. Maybe they're together.
Are
Hi,
you?
Steve. Hope you're okay.
I'm going nuts here, working on a spouse visa for the wife. I bet you are. Now, where's Steve? You're, huh? Where?
That's Glenn
Oh,
Gamachi.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
what, yeah, of course. Yeah, that's what we were
Yeah.
talking to.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, Steve's now in love. That's great. That's awesome. And that picture was so sweet, so good. I like that. What is that? Y'all post if y'all gonna post on my videos or my channel or the live feeds. Please use English for me.
Okay, Adela Grande. I think Grande. She said, "Hi sis, where are you? Part of the Philippines? What?
Negros, Bacolod City, Negros, Oriental, Occidental.
Mm-hmm.
Bob, I don't want to get into a whole lot of details on that. Uh, they're basically been uh, in the political arena, lawyers that are not liked by somebody, or barangay captains, uh, mayors that are I don't want to start saying anything that I shouldn't say. I'm a guest in this country, so I'll just say that if you look it up, look under stuff in the Philippines. I mean, in Negros in Canlon area. You can look it up. You can find it. It's in a lot of the publications. But I'm here as a guest. I don't want to start highlighting on that. And those YouTubers that don't have any material for themselves and they sit behind their desk and their computer and they start talking about just replying, putting out all this news information about the murders and stuff to make the Philippines look bad. I pity them for not having more information and better information to put out. It's just not right. Yeah, and I'll leave it at that.
Okay, Scott Berries. Love the newest requirements. They are wanting for proof of real marriage. Ha
Yeah.
ha ha.
Uh, Proof of real marriage for what?
I don't know.
I have proof of real divorce.
Love
Can you highlight that, Scott? That's a new question. I haven't heard that before.
love the newest requirements.
For the spouse visa, yeah, well, that's always been in place. I mean, it's more than that too. You've got to have both of you guys, the husband and the wife, or fiance, whatever. If you're going on a fiance visa, you got to have a lot of photographs on your phones to show the family together. Y'all hugging, y'all kissing, y'all at the beach. You got to have all that stuff, and you need receipts. You need to show a timeline where you were at. What did you do? What did y'all do together? When did you arrive? When did you go back? How many times have you seen her? It's a pretty in depth interrogation, if you will, to make sure that you two are really real people. Well, you can have the sworn statements too. They've just toughened it up a little bit, and that's great. Okay, Carl, you just got back to Belgium from a 4 week holiday here. Now, do you have what do you call that? Philippine post Philippine trauma, whatever, for not being here anymore? Are you
Trauma.
are
Trauma.
are you so happy to be back in Belgium, or do you miss the Philippines? That's a good question.
Maybe you go with a crowded area in here in Philippines, but
Could you give me some more water, please?
um,
Yeah, Philippine withdrawals is good. Okay, Carl. Yeah, I would too. I watch. I did.
give me the
I did.
okay.
Um, I look at Channel 13 and Channel 11, Eyewitness News in America, and from Houston, my home, and I see all the stuff there. Uh, Again, I don't have a home to go back to, but I see all the stuff there and the flooding, the crime, everything, and I just don't see ever wanting to go back. And how could I leave this place? The people and the way it is, and so what? The dog poops everywhere. I got chickens on my roof now. Our neighbor back here has got roosters that don't fly, and they're coming over here. I mean, the chickens are. They get up on the roof and shit all over it. Uh, Dogs are barking all the time. The rooster's barking all the time, or whatever. You know, I won't have any roosters on my house if I go back. I won't have any all this dog barking because they will call the police. The police will tell them to quiet their dog or get rid of it. I certainly I would miss that noise. Wouldn't miss that noise, but it's a culture here. Once you're here, I've been here 6 years. Once you've been here this long, you just would miss it. Uh, and you come out to your house, all the neighbors want to talk to you. Everybody's friendly. You come out to your house in America. I mean, yeah, sometimes they will, but everybody's back in their house. The doors are locked. The yard men are out doing their yards. You just, it's just, it's just a totally different life here. Carl, your wife is Pinoy, so thinking about to retire there later. It's good for me, and I enjoy it. I would, I would not want to retire anywhere else. You know, Enrique, Enrique is over in um, Thailand, no Vietnam now, and I look at that country and it looks like yeah, it would be fun to see and fun to do, but you couldn't communicate with anybody over there for sure unless you know unless you run across somebody that's young that has some English. There's a lot of drawbacks to living over there, and most of those countries are ruled by kings, and you know Thailand, Cambodia, and it's a lot of unrest over there. And I think Cambodia on the south side, bombs going off all the time, blowing out houses and people. Philippines is a good place to be. Yeah, we have some problems here, but it's to me it's a good place to be, and I'll take my chances here. Yeah, I kind of expect. Yeah, Carlos, I kind of expect him to come back. I think he wants to spend the rest of his time as he can. You know, he's there. He doesn't have a place here, and he's talking about maybe going to Bohol if he comes back. I'm not sure that Bohol's going to have enough lifestyle for him. It may be great for him. I don't know. It depends where he goes. Now, if he goes down into Pang Lao, down into um, uh, Alona Beach, then he'd be right at home. I think he would enjoy that a lot. But that one beach area gets kind of small after a while, and they're fixing to do a lot of stuff down in Alona Beach like they did in Boracay. They're going to be closing a lot of stuff down and cleaning it up, so it's going to be kind of tough to enjoy there. Um, okay, let me look over here at a couple of new ones here. Yeah, Carlos, we talked about that a little earlier. Most of that's been in Gula Gula
Gihongan.
Gihoan and
La Libertad.
La Libertad, and
Negros Oriental.
was Orient Negros Occidental, no, Oriental.
Oriental.
So it's one little area there, yeah. And then there were a couple. There was one, but these are not related to foreigners. Most of what I've seen, there's only one that I saw that was with a foreigner, and it was about a year ago. And it could have been a life insurance deal with his wife. We don't know. He was just shot early one morning while he was jogging, uh, and it was the same route he had taken forever.
Actually,
It's not that close to Bacola, no. It's probably 50, no, maybe 100 kilometers to the east, so it's away from us. And it's mostly NPA, and they're catching several of them, and they're doing it. Yeah, Bacola's reasonably safe. Yeah, just don't get out and walk in the streets at night. That's not a smart thing to do anywhere. Yes, Scott, I would have to say yes. You're right. I had an electrical contracting business in Houston, and I had been arm robbed and shot at in the city of Houston near my home. And then later on, I had moved to League City to the south. And just before I moved here, I picked up a big contract that was worth a lot of money. And so I would travel from here all the way to West Houston, which is, gosh, 70 miles, 80 miles. And I would never stop in a gas station during the day with my electrical trucks. I didn't want anybody driving my trucks to stop at a fuel station there. I wanted everything filled up and topped off before they headed out of here, because they will walk up. They have a policeman across the street, and they'll do a strong arm robbery, shoot you, take your trucks, because it's loaded with tools, loaded with copper, loaded with fittings, and it's just not worth it. So, and that's broad daylight, and that's not Detroit, that's Houston. Same thing in Galveston. Two or three of my friends in a similar business that we had, service business, they were shot and killed on Broadway Avenue, 7-Eleven, stop and go. They called them stop and goes back then, on Broadway Avenue, because they wanted a truck, and they just shot them and killed them and took their trucks. Uh, Galveston, the I'm not going to mention ethnicity, but they're shooting the firemen when they're going to a fire and they're on the scene of a fire. They shoot them. Uh, so a lot of times, most of the times now, they're assisted by a police car to watch them. It's not fun there anymore. It's not what it used to be. Proud, truly, Panay. All these new names. Don't forget to tell you foreigners are trying to help your wife to get to the USA that the United States citizenship and Immigration Services closed its Manila office on July 5th. You are correct. I'm not sure where they do. I think they have to, everything has to come out of America. I'm not sure. But there's been some questions about that, uh, that uh, people. The rumor has, well, they shut down, so no more immigration there, no more visa extensions, no more of this, no more of that. No, the only thing that is closed down is USCIS, nothing else, and that's strictly for immigrations. I mean, the visas for the immigrate your wife or fiance to America. I think what they're doing now is getting an attorney on in America to handle that. Sorry about that.
Carl, Will, and Son. On my vacation there, they made me eat balut. What is your opinion on that, Mike?
What is my opinion on balut? Well, I've had two of them. That was my first and my last one. I will never eat another one. It's gross. It's disgusting. It's nasty,
Be nice.
but it makes everybody happy.
Be
I
nice.
was nice, but that he asked me what is my opinion. But yeah, I did. I ate one, and it was really kind of a. I made a good video with that. I don't know. You have to look it up and find it. Um, but it was funny, and I just was in the right mood. I felt like I could do it without throwing up, and I did. But no, there's no reason for me to do another one.
Kate Downton, same in London. Can't wait to move to Duma, PH. Dumaguete, I think.
Yeah, Dumaguete, Philippines. Yeah, I've been meeting. We went. Rose and I went down to Dumaguete a couple months ago, and I had a blast, and I met so many YouTubers. I mean, some subscribers that I didn't know, uh, and we had a lot of good times there. And since my visit there, several people from Dumaguete, through a couple of the people that I've tried to help down there with their issues, I've kind of become whatever people want to friend me on Facebook and chat with me from there, expats, and I've accepted some of them. I just not a Facebook guy, and I have met quite a few really nice expats from Dumaguete. There's quite a few, but I'm uh, just now starting to loosen up and get friends with them. I'm still on my guard, but there's some nice folks down there, and of course Bud Brown. What a swell guy.
Frederick Hilchok. Hilcock. I will never eat balut.
Well, Frederick, you don't have to eat balut. There's enough other people that will eat balut for you. And you want to make a brownie point? Just buy them and hand them to them. You'll make a better impression buying them for them than you will if you eat one.
I will eat for you.
You can. I've never seen you eat a balut.
Because I know you don't like, so I did not show you when I'm eating.
Well, I've got a rule. I've got a standing rule. If you eat a balut, there's no kisses for 24 hours.
Sure.
Not for 24 hours, minimum.
20, 20 months. It's better.
Yeah, Carlos. Yeah, with the air here is reasonably clean. I can't really complain about that. It's never been an issue for me. Uh, when the cars are just idling because they can't drive anywhere and the roads are blocked up, holes in the road, they can't go anywhere. But like Cebu. Oh, Cebu. I When I hit Cebu my first time, I got there. I got deathly sick. I was in bed for 2 days before I could leave my hotel room. Just too much pollution from those jeepneys. The smoke was just horrible. Yeah, John, there's beaks and feathers, all right. In the video I made when I ate a balut, I said, "Oh, I got a double. There's two of them in here." I pointed at it. I says, "Wow, there's two of them in here." And the girl on the camera didn't catch it. Nobody caught it, but I says, "Wow, double the yummy." That was a fun video.
Scootberries. I think eating durian kills off their smell buds. And that is why they can eat balut. Or maybe it is the other what around. Uh,
Okay, we got trying to figure out. We got online here on a live Friday or Saturday night, and it was at 10 o'clock, and that we had a lot of people online there. So let me look at this. It's 5:30 in Houston a.m. morning, 6:30 New York, and 3:21 in L.A. Wow, all in the morning. So I'd say this is probably a pretty good number. I've got 31 online right now.
Carlos Sovic, danger. I was in Bacolod few months back and saw very few foreigners there. Yeah, it's right. It's not much here than the Dumaguete. There are a lot there.
Oh, 6:21 in Maine. Okay. Yeah, you won't see as many foreigners here that you might see in Dumaguete because, and I'll have to make a comment that um, there's a lot of foreigners there that are with younger girls, or they're just retired and not interested in girls. So they're everywhere. They're at Robinsons. They're out in all the local places. Dumaguete, I mean, in Bacolod, from my observation, is I found that there's more of a relationships here that are of a lesser age gap in Bacolod for some reason, and even in the malls, I see that, and it's it's kind of different. And so when you have people that have got the similar age gaps or just a little bit of difference, and this is my own opinion, then they're probably going to be out shopping or out dining, and then they go home with their families. They've got two, three, four kids, more, maybe more, and they're more of a family oriented group. With the what I saw in Dumaguete, and I'm not uh, pulling the trigger on anybody, is that just the opposite. But of course, we got Bud Brown and his wife. They've been together for 2 centuries, and I love them both. But that's what I've seen. And yes, they're not friendly. You don't see a lot of friendly foreigners, expats. They try to keep to themselves. Here, more friendly in Dumaguete. It's not that they're not friendly; they just avoid a conflict or confrontation. 422 in Alberta, Canada. Okay. That's awesome.
I'm going down.
Okay, you gonna come back?
No,
My wife is leaving me.
their fiancé.
Okay, you gonna feed the troops? Okay, 11:22 in Ireland. Okay, showing up 26. Yeah, I'm at 32 here. Um,
Okay, I have to go downstairs so I can prepare dinner for my kids. So thank you for being here
okay,
and see you next time.
no, you're not through. You need a plug
No.
for your channel.
Didn't know, I think. Oh, by
Yeah,
the way,
yeah.
please visit on my channel, Rose Real Life in the Philippines.
Like
Yeah, like and subscribe.
and hit the bell button so you can get the messages.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
well,
right. So
thank
bye
you
bye.
for being part of the chat tonight.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here in construction. Um, Got to be careful on your prices because they think that apartment prices, Carlos, that one place will get 25,000 a month for rent, and they said, well, we deserve that much rent too. And really, small, tiny places not really too desirable, except they're just new. And there's one similar to that here that we showed somebody, and they're just too small, and they started out at 25,000 a month pesos, and they dropped to 15,000 pesos, and they're still not getting them rented. They've been available for 3 or 4 months. They're not getting them rented because they're just too small and not in a what you call a real desirable neighborhood. It's not bad. It's just not desirable. Okay, you don't want to hear that. Hear what, Tom Patrick? Bangkok. IVD. Hello. Oh, they just had a bombing over there in Bangkok today. I think maybe it was yesterday. Wasn't too bad, but it was still a bombing. Okay, I'm yesterday. That's what I was thinking. Okay. King of Calves, I've been told like George Bush. So I would much rather take Vin from Sopranos. Uh, wasn't real pleased with his policies, the other guy's policies. Multiple bombs, huh? I knew there was the one. I think it killed 4 people or maybe injured 4. I try to keep up with the news. I've got one of my subscribers sends through Facebook. He sends me a piece of news here, and a piece of news there. And I didn't want to hurt his feelings, but I don't really have time to look at all his stuff. And I told him, I says, oh, I've got 19. Oh, there's the pretty girl. I've got 19 news channels and links on my desktop. So after I check my email, I check the YouTube, I go through all my news links. I got Dubai, Cambodia, Thailand. I got everywhere, America, CNN, Fox. So I kind of just go through them. Oh, Fred, that went up 6 bombs. My goodness, I only saw the one. It's all still bad. Yeah, I was just talking about Thailand a little earlier. That there were some bombs that had happened yesterday, or that there were some problems over there. Yeah, and in Cambodia, uh, it's got a lot of terrorists in the east side, uh, and then going down south, and that's pretty bad over there. Okay, Miss Rose pointed out that it's an hour and a half, so you want to wait just a moment before you leave?
Sure. For you, darling.
Uh, Okay, yeah, okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and turn it off. It's an hour and a half, a little longer than I thought, but it's okay. I've enjoyed each and every one of you guys, and it's been a pleasure to have y'all come on aboard. Oh, these are the new T-shirts that Steve Bellows brought me from America. Uh, I can't buy them here. There's nothing here, and the material here is so thin, and they last forever. And they've got some kind of a little pocket here, or whatever, thin material, and it's great. I could wear these every day, unless I go someplace fancy. Okay, well, she's cooking supper, and we will talk to everybody later. And again, thank you so much for coming online tonight with us. We'll try to do it again soon.
Mm.
Thank you. Bye bye.
All right. Bye bye.